guys, how are you? Hopefully everybody's doing great. Today I wanted to show you a champ that I haven't really mentioned yet because I always try to do like a little video every time I level someone new, although I'm pretty behind on them just because, I've been leveling a lot more people lately. So I'm just going to show you today somebody I've just kind of quietly been getting a lot of use out of on my account. And that is someone I pulled in a double Lego a while back, Teela Goremane. So my main use for her has been Hydra so far, but I know when we take a look at the kit, you're gonna go, oh yeah, I can definitely see some other places should be good, like Spider, etc. So let's take a peekaroo. I'm gonna come back to the A1, start with the A2. The Pyre Strike attacks all enemies, books up to 100% chance to place HP burn, and then also just as a little, little add-on, we're also going to place continuous heal on all allies for 2 turns. Next ability, Life Worm, attacks all enemies, books up to a 100% chance to increase the duration of HP burn debuffs by 1 turn, and we'll also have a 100% chance to place Leech and Hex. So basically, we're kind of just doing a little bit of everything here. We've got a lot of good debuffs. We've even got a continuous heal buff, a little something for the boys, for the team. So basically just all around kind of jack of all trades debuffs that are useful in basically all content. And then even if you come back to the A1, we're going to steal a random buff from the target, or maybe another buff if they have 2 or more buffs, which actually, if you play Hydra, no matter how many times you block buffs, no matter how hard you try to keep that Head of Decay locked down, these buffs, no matter how much resistance you have, like sometimes those buffs just slip through anyway. So it's actually the only buff removal I have on my team. So it's super helpful to, if a buff just slips through, I can just kind of have Tila handle it. So useful ability. And then, it doesn't even stop there. We've actually got the 50 res aura. I don't have a speed aura in my Hydra team, so I actually am using that. And you can see when we, watch the little video of my team, I'm basically never getting hit with a debuff because we've just got res plus our natural res. So it's just, it's just useful, right? And the other thing about the Hex is like, this is a rare debuff. There are not a lot of people who do this. Like Hell Hades website, this is everybody in the game who has the potential to place Hex. Like there are hundreds of champions in this game, and this is like sub 20 people who will even do this. So super rare debuff, super useful debuff. So definitely like the fact that she's in a class with like only 10 other people, 1, 2, 3 of whom are void Legos who will place AoE Hex. So, and I kept him as a void epic and I still don't have him, so I'm salty. But yeah, actually, yeah, super rare debuff and very, very good debuff. So if you come over to my build, something else that's really nice about her, like this is a support, like HP champ. Like her abilities are based on HP damage. And then, she's not a nuker. Her damage is based on the burn. So we don't have to go crazy with damage or anything. We can just make her survivable, give her enough accuracy to place her burns, and that's basically all you gotta do. So I basically just went for, I don't know, I'd call it like the it's just like mid-tier perception gear, right? Maybe even like lower tier. Nothing crazy. 6 pieces of perception, so that's insta 120 accuracy. Nothing crazy. Like these are fine. I knew that she was just going to go in my hard Hydra team, so I just said, you know what, I'm just going to slap these crit rate gloves on her, even though they're nothing crazy, because I know I can get away with it because she's not going in my nightmare team. She's just in my hard team, so we'll just slap that on there, get a tiny bit more damage out. HP chest, the 5-star speed boot. As you can see, I didn't even bother leveling the ring. I believe I stole her old one for Wreck of Isletide. I probably won't even bother leveling this because I've been using her for weeks and I didn't notice that that wasn't leveled, so it is what it is. And obviously I have like full Great Hall and everything, so I can, with the perception set, I can get away with just having like a defense banner and still have enough accuracy banner. If you need to slap an accuracy banner on there or an accuracy chest or whatever to make sure you're landing those debuffs, please, like, by all means, do it. This is not the my build isn't like the end all be all build, build to the difficulty you're doing, build to, your own Great Hall stats and everything, and just do what you need to. As long as she's got enough HP to not get one shot and she can place those debuffs with enough accuracy, that's basically what we're going for. Masteries, standard supporty stuff, we came down on the left to the Master of Wars, so we'll have a chance to place that bonus damage. And then over here, getting accuracy, turn meter on debuff expires. Lore of Steel, give us a little bit more bonus from our perceptions. And then all of her stuff books up to 100, so I did not feel like Sniper was necessary. So I did Master Hexer, 30% chance to extend the duration of any debuff. That's a good one. And then since I didn't really need this, I don't really think this is necessary, even though, that's always a solid one. I just came over here and said, let's get Lasting Gifts to potentially extend the duration of the continuous heal. So again, you don't need to copy exactly, but that was my thought process behind the whole thing. So there she is. And then, I only had a rank 1 for her. So I just went with the standard Brimstone, right? You can't go wrong. 15% chance to play Smite, not amazing, but we'll get a little extra damage every now and then. And hey, plus 7,500 HP is a lot. So like if you can get a rank 1 Awakening on a Lego, 7,500 HP, I'll take it any day. That's a lot of HP. Hard to, imagine what you would need on one of these items to get that much more HP. So take you into my team. And like I said, I use her in my hard team currently. So this is my hard team. Here she is. Like I said, she's in the lead with her resistance aura. I don't have any speed leads, so I was like, you know what? We're resisting. And I'll show you guys, basically we very rarely get debuffs placed or buffs stolen or whatever. So this is kind of, how I would set up the beginning of the fight. Got Mr. Patrick going first because he's the fastest. I think pretty much everybody is faster than her, actually. So we'll have to wait a moment to get to her gameplay. So yeah, we're just kind of getting things set up, get some block buffs out there. So there she goes. She is not spirit, magic affinity. So, we did weak hit over here, but we've got HP burn on 3 out of 4 heads, so no complaints. We've got most of them. Better than I can say about some rotations in the past. And look I think we already got a Brimstone proc, so that's pretty good. And then there she just went again. So now everybody except the one that got poison clouded. Of course, there's always the one. We've got, we've got Hex on everybody else. Leech, HP burn, amazing debuffs. And, of course, the nice thing about Hex is we can now target the elusive head of mischief directly. And then, of course, everybody's taking more damage every time somebody takes damage. So just all around, it's just like such a sneaky good debuff. Just, it's sneaky. Like you look at her and you don't really think, well, I mean, you guys could probably see it, but yeah, it's just super useful. We've got everything we need in this fight. Leech is extremely useful also, you can regen off of it. So plus we're regenning with her heal also. Just all around super useful. I've been using her in Cursed City stuff, boss fights, wherever. So it's always great just to have another useful person in the roster. So kind of moving on down this team, we can see it keeps going and going. Let me try to show you guys. Let's see if we can get any like poison attacks here. Just so I can show you the use of the resistance. They're also slow and everything that it might take a moment to get a turn. I think this could be it. No, this head's got to get all of the attention first, of course. Okay, so there we go. Basically resisted across the board. So awesome to have her in the lead because I don't want 50 million poisons placed on me. I don't want provokes placed on me. I don't want weaken placed on me. I don't want anything, you know, I don't want my buff stolen, so please I will pass on that. So yeah, just another kind of sneaky, you know, sneaky good thing there. And then this keeps going and going and going, you know, it is a Hydra team. And then, so final results, I kind of accidentally showed it earlier, but so this is probably the best score I've ever had with this team. It's always at least like 150 million damage team. Obviously, you know, it has Taurus, so it's hard to compete with that, but Teela 57 million, you know, she beat out Gwendolyn, who has like AoE everything for days and extra turns for days. So it just, you know, it shows you the power of just having that sustained HP burn over the course of the fight. I think the obvious comparison for her is like people like Artak, obviously, who's also an orc. But I mean, this champion is just stupid good, right? So I think probably Artak is better than her. I think Artak in her place would outdamage her, but he doesn't have all that util, the hex and everything. He's just like a straight up burner with the grace attack, and we love him for it. So that's the closest comparison I can think of. You know, all of these burners, you know, Sissia, stuff like that. But super solid, definitely can hold her own. And by no means, like, you don't need an amazing team to get use out of her, right? Because she's providing all of her own use, basically. Like, if you're just kind of plugging along, you know, you're a bit newer to the game, you're just kind of working on like normal Hydra, like you put her in the team, it doesn't matter, you know, it could be her and like 5 epics and it's still going to be an incredibly useful champion. It doesn't have to be surrounded by like the whole shebang, you know, the perfect Hydra setup, so don't worry about that. And then again, like, you know, with that kit, it's just useful everywhere. Like, you're never going to be like, oh man, I only have leech, hex, HP burn, you know, like there's just so many good things about it. It'll always be there for you. But okay, guys, so that was just a quick little guide on how I've been using Teela Goremane to go to the turn limit in Hydra Hard. Super useful champ. I hope this inspired you to pull her out of the vault if you got her, or maybe you just pulled her and now you're watching this and thinking, hey, that's pretty cool champ. But as always, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope you're all taking care of yourselves. Goodbye.